Gabe Padilla, FightBookMMA.com. Here with Shane Tuohy out of Professional Knockdown Kickboxing. Got a nice Guinness 0.0 there. I love it myself, man.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
just kind
Only
of
the
feeling
best. Only the best. Better than mother's milk, we call it.
only the best for the best, man.
Yeah,
So,
St. Patrick's Day isn't too far. It wasn't too far away, so I need to have. I'm sticking on the zeros. Maybe after the fight, maybe we'll have a couple, But right now we'll stick to the zeros. But always my sponsor, Guinness, and yeah, it's like my spinach. I'm like Popeye with the Guinness. I need to have one to keep it going. You know what I mean?
that's awesome, man. So I know you're on the kickboxing, the Professional Knockdown Kickboxing series. You said April 12th, right?
That is correct. April 11th. I'm sorry. It's April 11th, and the weigh-ins are at the Irish bar called the Lost Paddy on April 10th. This is the first time the show is coming to Nashville, and it's the debut of this show. It's the debut of a lot of fighters, and it's a pro-am card. It's very, very exciting, and everyone down in Nashville, we're all getting prepared, and we're all very, very excited because the owner of the promotion, Rob Zelensky, he's been involved in the game for so many years, and we just know what he's bringing, the level of fighters he's going to be bringing, the level of competition he's going to be bringing, the level of production he's going to be bringing, and everyone's here very excited and obviously a little nervous, and we're all just doing everything we can to make this show go the best way it can. It's obviously and it's Nashville too, and I don't know if you've ever been to Nashville, but just a crazy, fun, amazing city. So we're really going to make the show, the first show up for them, the best we can. And I'm looking at the level of fighters on the show, just because we're the hometown guys, you know what I mean? We're not getting no easy fights. Everybody has incredible challenges ahead of them. But we're ready for it. We're ready to put Tennessee on the map. For a long time, Tennessee has been kind of in the background, and other bigger states, Chicago, New York, California, have always been on the forefront, and we're here to put Nashville on the forefront, and that's the plan. And I'm from Ireland originally, but Tennessee has been my home for the last 8 years. So yeah, we're Team Tennessee at April 11th.
Go Vanderbilt, man. Commodores. The
That's right. That's right for sure.
quarterback Diego Pavia is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is where Fight Book MMA and myself are
Mm.
from. I'm actually currently in Mexico City myself on some business.
Okay.
I'm out of the country, but really, I'm a Vandy fan, man, at heart. So,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can't
um,
beat Nashville for a weekend. So even that's what I'm trying to tell people. If you're down in Nashville, even if you're down here for a weekend for a bachelor party, bachelorette party, whatever you're doing, if you have a few hours on April 11th, Saturday night, come down and see us because you're gonna have fireworks. It's also not one of these kickboxing shows which is in like a little dingy hall or something. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be in a wonderful location. I mean, all guns blazing. The production are really doing everything, pushing everything, and really trying to grow the sport. I have a great team behind me here. I manage and I help run a gym in Nashville called Wildside. And I also have a head coach called Kevin Walker from Bonafide, and both of them are kind of going to be cornering me that night, and I'm really excited about that. Kevin Walker's been in the game for so long, and just such a technical, knows what he's doing guy. Mike Merriman's been in the game so long, and then I have a strength and condition coach called David, and I've been working with him on the weekend. So I really have the best work behind me, so there's no excuses, and it's just get up every day and work my ass off and see how it goes. My opponent, extremely tough, from Arkansas. Um, Friends with him on Instagram. He's swinging shovels around and chasing chickens around the place and all. So I'm like, this mad, you know what? I don't know what I'm getting myself in for. I'm like, is it too late to back out? No, I'm just
he's
joking.
close to
But
Bryce Mitchell there in Arkansas. Thug Nasty.
you, you
Yeah.
know I'm doing.
No, but I know my good friend Bryce Mitchell, who's in the UFC, man. Seriously, Arkansas, stand up.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, man. They look
Yeah,
like game opponent. Like
yeah.
we put up the poster, and like all of them were like, there was like 50 of them. Like, oh, what for whatever did they do? And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a rowdy pack of guys coming from Arkansas. But that's what makes shows fun. Who the personalities and the characters, because there's only very few of us that know the technical stuff that goes on in the background. And realistically, in order to promote a show, we got to have these characters, and we got to have these people that are willing to promote the show in that way. And it's all respect, and I respect anyone that's getting in there with me, and respect to them too, and yeah, it's just, for me, this sport's all about respect and discipline, so I'm really excited about getting in there with them, but yeah, it's definitely going to be rowdy, it's definitely going to be fun, but that's kind of what I'm chasing. I'm never chasing easy wins. I've never chased an easy fight in my life. I always just want a challenge, and I always just want to have fun, man. Because we're not going to look back years later on maybe an L we had 10 years ago. We're going to look back and go, damn, that was fun. That was exciting, So yeah, definitely game opponents, and a lot of everyone else on the card has game opponents too. So yeah, very excited about it. Very excited. Obviously a little nervous. 2.5 weeks out now, so a little nervous, which is natural. Um, this is like hell week. This week and next week's like hell week, where you really, really push it. So everything's sore. My arms are sore, my legs are sore. Like, but obviously, then when we get closer to the date, we'll start winding back a little bit, and start working more on flexibility and calm, being calm and stuff. But right now, it's all go. Just before I talk to you, I did a 10-mile run, and then later I'll go in for my second session, and we'll do some pads, and we'll do some technique and stuff like that. So whatever happens on the night, one thing that I can't take away is that I put the work in, because I've put the work in for sure.
That's awesome, man. It sounds like you're very prepared, and thank you for filling us in on the event. A little bit of the background on Nashville as well, and what's going on over there in the combat sports world. I've personally never been to Nashville, but I know my fiance has, and she had a little bit too much fun down there, and I like to
That's
party.
it.
So,
That's it. You
so
can
one
have
of
it
these days,
too much fun.
I'll have to go check it out. But as far as in the combat sports world, man, just a couple personal questions. How do you get from Ireland to Nashville? I'm not sure if your combat sports journey took you that way, but just kind of fill us in on a little bit of your background on how you got to Nashville, and maybe how you started off your martial arts world.
So when I started off in Ireland, and I was from a town in Ireland called Swords, which is kind of a working class neighborhood in North Dublin. And realistically, back then there was no jujitsu or any of that stuff. There was, we had in our town we had Boy Scouts, we had Gaelic football, soccer, or we had boxing. So I chose boxing, and my mother used to love when I went boxing, because it took me off the took we it wasn't the best neighborhood I lived in, and it took me off the streets and stuff. And even though I think for mothers sometimes when their sons are doing the sport, at first they think this is going to be very violent, but then when they see your grades are getting better in school, you're more confident, you're more less susceptible to being a bully, you're less susceptible to for being bullied. I think then they really start to like you being there. And then 2008, I don't know if you remember, there was that huge credit crash, and boom, my house was repossessed. Our family home was repossessed in Ireland, and my father sat around and said, "Do I sit around and wait for the banks to come and take everything we've worked there for all our life, or f that?" So we packed up and we moved to America. We opened a little Irish bar in the south of Chicago called the Irish Legend. It used to belong to Al Capone, so it was like this big haunted bar there. And then I went there, and I just started joining the martial art gyms, and started doing jujitsu, and started doing more kicking, and more of that side of it. And then there was a stage then I was just fighting every weekend. I was like, I lost count. I was just like, jiu-jitsu tournament this weekend, boxing next weekend, kickboxing next weekend. And I just enjoyed every moment of it, and enjoyed the competitiveness, enjoyed the fun, and it gave me an opportunity to travel in America. So, I was a kid from Ireland, and when I was on all these cards, I got to go to New York, I got to go to Chicago, I got to go to all these crazy events. And for me, it was all new. Even driving to these events, like driving to Chicago for the first time, driving to New York for the first time, seeing all landscapes that I wasn't used to. So everyone, all the other Americans in the car were kind of just sitting there, whatever. But I was kind of like a dog with my head out the window, just looking at everything. So, yeah, that's kind of how I got involved with it. And jiu-jitsu was never really what I was good at. I was always a striker, but I did end up, liking loving jujitsu too. It just it took me a little longer to figure it out, you know. But um, yeah, but this is a striking event. This is knockdown kickboxing, which is fantastic. So we get to us strikers because everything's the cage now. You know, every event now is cage, 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 which is great. I love fighting in the cage, but now we get to fight in the ring. We get to use the ropes. It's traditional kickboxing, which we don't see a lot of anymore, which is exciting too.
I know kickboxing and boxing sounds like kind of more of your strong point. Are those the main goals for you right now in your combat sports career? Is just kind of keeping it, on the toes, keeping it on the feet?
Yeah, keeping it on the toes, keeping it on the feet, um, being able to channel my mind into fighting my kind of fight, not letting the lights and the everything that else is going on change your game plan. Being a better person every day and being a better human being every day and growing and learning as a human being. Because you can, when you're in an 8 week camp, people just come that night and they just think it's that night. They don't realize when we're not doing anything negative for a whole 8 to 10 weeks, and we're running every day, and we're our whole day is work and work out, work and work out, work and work out. We really do learn stuff about ourselves, and we learn new things that we don't even know. And I find new channels with God. Like I go to the church more, I pray more, I'm just a way better version of myself, and that's just why I love to fight. Is just every time before a fight, like that week, that 2 weeks before, I look in the mirror and I enjoy what's looking back, um, that's why I tell all these young people, all these young kids, that this sport is for everybody. It's not just for the most talented athletes or the best in the world. You got to make the UFC. You can do this at any level, and you can be successful at any level. It's about being a better version of yourself. It's not about being the best of the best of anything. It's just being the best version of yourself. And I pray to God every day that that's what I can do. That I can just become a better human being, and I can present myself better to the public and better to myself and better to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And that's what I focus on. And um
Amen. Amen, my brother. April 11th, like you said, is coming quick. It looks like it's going to be K1 boxing.
yeah.
Mr. Pierce is going to be the opponent standing across from you. And like you said, social media, people post. If anything, what do you know about him and what could we expect fight night from you in the ring?
See, this is the thing. He's incredibly unorthodox. It's a very, very difficult fight to prepare for. He throws these crazy side kicks, these mad spinny kicks. It's not stuff that, naturally in a gym you go over and over again. So it's going to be. If I have a game plan, my coaches Kevin and Mike and all my David, we all have a game plan of what to do. However, on that night, that unorthodox style is going to be difficult to break down. Um, it's a challenge, but I'm enjoying that it's a challenge. He seems like a really good guy. He seems like which for me that makes it a better fight too. I don't like all this fu kind of stuff. I think if two people respect each other, they can go in there and they can have again an even bigger banger of a fight. So, um, you know, I have a game plan, and I'm sure he has a game plan too. Um, I have to watch out for that sidekick. Even if I watch out for it, I still might get it, and I still have to be prepared if I get nailed with it. My core, my strength has to be ready to be if I get nailed with something that I'm not used to. Um, but we know what we're walking into. We know this is going to be a war. We know that I'm not from Nashville and he's from Arkansas. So let's make him on the B side and me on the A side. We're both coming in here with the same opportunity and the same chance of failure or success. And we both have the same opportunity to win, and we both have the same potential to lose, which is what you want in a fight. You want that 50-50, and I think the promoter has done a great job in making all the fights that way, because we see so many shows where it's their hometown and all the whole red corner are winning all the whole show, and I think people are getting a little tired of it, and they just want to see a great fight. And if I go in there and fight my heart out, to me, get my hand raised is a bonus because I know my friends and my family are going to be proud of me because They can see I'm putting the work in. You know, they see I'm not around every day. They see I'm not going for a beer with them on the weekends. They see that, you know, on with social media, obviously, that I'm running miles and I'm doing this and I'm doing sprints, and so they see all that. So they know it's not just me talking the talk. I am doing everything that I'm meant to be doing as an athlete, as a pro athlete. I can't do a whole lot more. Obviously, there's always a little bit you can be doing more, but looking back at my my camp. The reason I have a great team behind me, I have a couple of different because we're kind of Team Tennessee. There's another promoter called KC. Um, he's working with me too. I mean, the help that I've got here from people from Tennessee is nothing less than phenomenal. I'm very, very proud to call myself a Tennessee resident now. Incredibly proud to have these people around me. They've become family, not just, you start off just having a coach student relationship. Now it's a family relationship. I really see these people as family, and the fact that they've taken me in as an Irish guy to their own teams and their own crews. I'm very proud of that. I really, really, really am.
Well, congratulations on the continued success down there in Nashville. Shout out Ireland. And again,
Thank you.
shout out Knockdown Kickboxing April 11th. Before we let you go, just want to thank you for your time again. This interview and article will be published at fightbookmma.com. And any last final messages on where people could get tickets and any final
Yeah,
messages on your
you can
camp?
get tickets on the knockdownkickboxing.com, and you can put any fighter's name. So if you want to put my name in there, you can, and then whatever fighter you put in there, they're going to get a little bit of commission for the fight, which obviously is great for the fighters. So they're able to, just be able to, if they sell a lot of tickets, it means that, they're going to be compensated for it, which is great. Not a lot of shows do that. Um, Also, shout out to all my team, Wildside, Bonafide Boxing, David. Also, there's another kid on the card, Parker, and it says I coached him for a long time, and it's his 21st birthday on Saturday, and me and him been all over the country fighting. So I just want to wish him a really, really happy birthday, happy 21st birthday, and me and him are going to rock it on the 11th of April. So. I really appreciate you having me on to talk a little bit. So thank you so much. I'm forever grateful, and I'll definitely stay on top of the interview, and I can't wait to see the finished product. So thank you.
No, thank you very much. And we look forward to working with Professional Knockdown Kickboxing and all the fighters associated with it. We'll get it out as soon as possible. And man, in Nashville, my fiance likes it. I've never been.
Get down here, man,
I'm a
and give
combat
me a
sports
call when
guy.
you're down here. We
I'm a
give me a
combat
call when
sports
you're.
guy, so I'm gonna need to get out there ASAP
You know
for
what
one of your
splitting the
next
G is,
cards.
dude?
What was
Do
that?
you know what splitting the G is?
Man, unfortunately, I've never heard of that before. I gotta
So
be.
Guinness, right? We fill the Guinness up, and you have to drink your first cup of Guinness that you ever had, and it has to be the white part has to be in the middle of the G. We call it splitting the G. So when you're down here, give me a call, and we'll split the G together.
I got your number, man, for sure. And
Try keep the birthday shout out in there if you when you're doing the editing, if you don't mind.
yeah, no, we don't edit nothing, man. We're all in real. The way this interview went is the way it's gonna go. But I will say I don't want to tout my own horn, but I definitely have chugged a few beers in my day.
Okay. All right. All right.
So we should be good on that, and I look forward to it, man. Nice to meet you. Thank you to
Yeah, I'm very grateful. Just shoot me a text when the finished product's done. And how do I find it? It's MMA.
it'll be fightbookmma.com.
Okay, perfect.
Fightbookmma.com. But if you just want to follow us on social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram, everything, TikTok. And then again, I'll be following all you fighters on my personal page as well. So you can look at my personal page as well and see the
I
links.
appreciate that.
And
And I hope I
then
did an okay job. I'm not the best with the
nah,
words and
dude,
all that.
you're really, really awesome, man. Your background's legit. You got the Guinness beer there. You know what you're talking about. Very experienced fighter, man. You have a great story all the way from out of the country in Ireland, man. So you're the full
Thank,
package, is what I would say, man. So
thank you.
keep it going, and thank you for your time. And